Hello, my name is Jamie Meloni. I am the host of That Business Show 2.0. And in this video, I want to take you through how to use the website thatbusinessnetwork.com, which is our network of guests and shows that have been on this program. There's a lot of information contained within this site, and it's an excellent resource for business professionals and entrepreneurs to connect with people and also to learn from other entrepreneurs with all of the videos and all the audios that are on the site. So start off by simply going to thatbusinessnetwork.com, and let's walk you through what's on this site. Right here in the middle of the screen, you will see the on-air player. This is where we broadcast the new programs each weekday morning at 9 a.m. Simply come here and then hit the play button during the weekdays mornings between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the live video will pop up there on that screen. If you would like to schedule an appearance on the program, simply by hitting the schedule appearance button right there, you could then request an interview on the program. Go down here, set your time zone. The cost is $99, and then you would go here to set your time zone. And as you can see, we record the programs each Thursday, so the Thursdays that are available are currently in bold type. You can click on that, select a time, and then hit the continue button, and then there'll be a series of questions that will ask you to complete your interview request. Simply put in your name, phone, and email in those forms there, and then the questions down below sends me an email and an appointment letting me know that you want to come onto the program. From here, you can also upload your headshot and your company logo. All of that is used in the making of the show card, which I will explain here in just a moment. But that's how you would schedule to come onto the program on That Business Show. And you can also schedule through the Interview Me button, which is on the menu bar right here. Click on Interview Me, and it takes you to that same place that was just a moment ago. That also is the place that if you go to tbsinterview.com that we talk about on the program a lot, that redirects you. On tbsinterview.com, which is this link here contained on the site, it explains more about the program and how this program differentiates itself from other podcasts. The program is actually not just a podcast. It's a web-based television program with the podcasts being submitted up to iTunes and other podcast portals, and also onto YouTube. And so it's a video marketing solution that we provide for business owners and entrepreneurs to give them the exposure to their audience through a 30-minute interview that we do with them. So don't think of the show as just a podcast. It's a video cast, and it's an online-based web television program with new episodes airing each weekday morning at 9 a.m. After you schedule, down here on the at the bottom of the page on tbsinterview.com, you can see what to expect after booking in an appearance, and also the benefits of being interviewed on the program. All of that, again, available on the Interview Me tab, or just go to tbsinterview.com. Now, coming back over here to the home page, let's take you through some of the other resources that are available here. Scrolling down past the player, you will see the upcoming shows tab. This is updated each weekend, and the shows are pre-recorded on Thursdays. I load them in over the weekend, and so on Monday, this whole list of upcoming shows will be about between 8 and 10 different programs, and then you can see what's coming up on the program. This is the show that is currently coming up tomorrow at 9. This is a solo show in which I'm going to give commentary on the situation in North Korea and Otto Warmbier. Occasionally I do solo shows. The majority of the time I do have a professional on the program, whether it's in studio or through Zoom, but sometimes I do solo shows as well. So that's the upcoming shows where you can see those on the homepage. If you scroll down past the upcoming programs, you will see the past episodes. They are stacked from the beginning of the month to the end of the month, with the most recent month available at the top of the list. Now, this goes down through March 6th of 2017. It is just the Business Show 2.0 programs. All the old radio show programs are available. They're just not listed here on the homepage. They are in archive mode. But as you can see, since March 6th, we have done a number of different episodes. And so if you click on any one of their cards, you will then be taken over to the show page. And over here, you'll see the title of the episode, the show card, and then inside here is the audio player and about the guest. and more down below there. So each show gets its own page, and for people that are considering coming onto the program, the advantage of that is the gives additional SEO advantages to the program versus using just a general player, which Google isn't going to recognize the different content. Each show gets its own page with keywords and keyword phrases and specific SEO strategies being used to get these pages to rank, to get your shows found from the guest perspective. Now, if you're a fan, we appreciate you being a fan too. That is just some extra information on how the program, helps get its message out to more and more people. And likely you've probably found the program through a Google search and seeing an episode pop up in your feed at some point. Now, coming back over here to the website here, we have a number of different resources that are available to the audience. Our public video library, which is this button right here, is all the programs that are that were done on video. And so there are the episodes there. Click on that. And then over here, you'll see their show card and then the information. And down at the bottom, you will see the video. The nice thing about this site too is it's completely mobile friendly. We have script built into the website that changes this, makes it responsive, I should say, for different sites, whether you're on your phone or a desktop, different screen sizes. We're using mobile friendly script to make the site fully responsive. So that's under here underneath the underneath the resources in the public video library. Also here under past shows is the embedded past show player. And this is where the show differentiates itself from a lot of different programs. A lot of people will simply just embed their show player on their site. And that's nice, and you can play all of the different programs that are in the feed from here. But where it lacks is in the SEO advantages that giving each show its own page has. And so as a guest that comes on the program, they get a lot more exposure and opportunity to be found in Google searches and Bing searches. I work both the Google and the Bing webmaster tools to get as much exposure and SEO advantages for each program. Regardless, though, over here is the show player, and this will go all the way back to the beginning of the program, although this isn't the most convenient player to listen to a lot of the old episodes. Up here, you can subscribe on iTunes, and up here, you can also subscribe on Android. A lot of people don't know or don't utilize the subscribe on Android link, and I'll explain to people that are using their iPhones, they can get the iTunes in their iPhone. But for people that have an Android device, iTunes doesn't work. There's the Apple Music app, which is a version of iTunes or some type of application, but you can't access podcasts in it. And maybe that's coming down the road. I don't know. You can get, on your desktop, open up iTunes and get to the podcast, obviously. But on an Android device, you cannot. And so by clicking on subscribe on Android, what Blueberry has done, and this is some good information for people that have podcasts. Blueberry is another site just like iTunes where people can submit their podcasts to. It's BLUBRRY. It's not Blueberry, it's Blueberry. But what they have done is they have created an application that is a one-click subscription button for people who use an Android device. So coming over here to Blueberry, and once your podcast is submitted, you can then get to the script to submit, to put onto your website and make it easy for people to subscribe with one click on their Android device. And the way that works, down here at the bottom, you can see the script. And if somebody on an Android device clicks that, it first looks for any podcast apps that are currently installed on the phone. For instance, I use Castbox, which is right here, and it's already on my phone. So if I go to somebody's website and I click subscribe on Android, it's going to open up my Castbox and it's going to immediately subscribing to that episode. So it makes it easy for people to download and engage with your program. If the person does not have a podcast app on the page, it'll then take them to this site here, which I'm looking at on their mobile device, and they can pick from one of these many different podcast applications. And again, these are different podcast apps that are available for the Android device. So again, make sure, this speaking mostly to the podcasters out there, that you have a subscribe on Android link in addition to just asking people to subscribe to you on iTunes. That is built into the header section of just about every page here on the program. So let's continue to go down some of these resources that are available to people. Underneath here, the Show Supporters tab. This here is an offer that I extend to people, and it's a developing page here. To become a show supporter, all you need to do is subscribe to the program on iTunes, leave a review, email me at jamie@tampabayradio.com that you have left the review, and then I will put you on here as a show supporter with a backlink to your website and a short little blurb about who you are, what it is that you do. A show appearance is not required. We can create these cards for anybody. All we need is a headshot and your information, and what information you may or may not want on the program is entirely up to you. But by becoming a show supporter today, you're helping support the program. You're helping more and more people get their message out to the community. And leaving reviews is one of the metrics that many believe helps shows rank better in iTunes. So that is the purpose of this page here. So again, subscribe on iTunes, leave a review, email me that you have left the review and request being added to this page, and we'll get you set up there. Again, a new offering for the program available here under the Resources tab. So you get a backlink to your website and also some additional exposure on another site. I'm going to take a break here. I've got more information on resources here, including the past guest directory and the real estate resources that are available on this site. So stay tuned to That Business Show 2.0. I'm your host, Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute and show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring type products: hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tiles, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
Welcome back to this tutorial episode of That Business Show, where I'm taking you through how to use That Business Network, which is the homepage of That Business Show 2.0. You might ask why the difference in name, That Business Show and That Business Network. I actually have thatbusinessshow.com available too. That's a show where all the audios are available via the audio player, and you can listen to past programs over there. It's a service provided by Libsyn, which supports the show and its information when it goes up to iTunes. But they offer a number of different resources, of which many are being utilized in this site. But thatbusinessshow.com is currently being used as the show's player for all the past episodes and some other things as well. That Business Network is centered around the idea that this show is a network of professionals, and down the line we would like to add a network of shows as well. If you're somebody who is considering a podcast and would like instruction on developing a podcast and partnering with the program, I'm going to be unveiling information on that sometime here in the future, but feel free to reach out to me, jamie@tampabayradio.com. The idea is to establish a number of different business shows centered around the that theme. So if you are an accountant, you could have that accounting show. You could be an attorney and have that legal show, or whatever your specialty is. That's the idea with thatbusinessnetwork.com. It's a developing idea and site that has spawned itself off of the original That Business Show program. Coming back over here to the website, some of the other resources that are available is the blog, which is underneath the resources page. You can get a free audio book by clicking on this link right here, and they'll take you over to Audible, where you can get a free audio book. It will ask for your credit card information, but you can cancel before the end of the month and not have to pay anything for that. So that's how that promotion works. Free domain, free 30-day trial of Wild Apricot. That is the site and membership management platform that is being used to host and build this site. So clicking on for a free 30-day trial of Wild Apricot will give you some insight into using this website and membership platform for your own application. I did a program just last week on using Wild Apricot for your podcasting site, something nobody has done that I know of. Most people use a WordPress site, and it has its advantages. I think Wild Apricot has a number of different advantages itself that I demonstrated on that program. But if you look in the archives, the past show, there is a show that says called Setting Up Wild Apricot as Your Podcasting Site. Coming back over here, and let's look at some of the additional resources that are available. Landing page offer over here. Measure your influence level. This is a quick test that measures your level of influence in the community, brought to us by a key person of influence, my good friend Topher Morrison, managing director of the company. So you can take that tutorial right there. This here is a link for the offer to use the Acuity scheduling software, which is currently being used on this program. Also Zoom here, we have a affiliate offer here for people to get connected with Zoom. That's how we connect with the people on the program when they are not in studio. And of course, if you are fortunate enough to have some extra money and want to contribute to the program, here is where you can donate to the program. We greatly appreciate the support of this show. I will tell you, the show is almost entirely funded by myself, and so any support that the community can give to the program is greatly appreciated. And again, you can do that through the donate button. Contact right there is what it is, of course. Simply click on that to contact me or email me at jamie@tampabayradio.com. Over here in the products section, this is a developing area of the site here. As you can see here, we've got the Edge Business Magazine, a company that I am in, I wouldn't say necessarily partnership with, but in good terms and graces with. We have a relationship where we co-market and share each other's products. So you can subscribe to the Edge Business Magazine here on this program or on this website. Edge standing for Entrepreneurs Dedicated to Growth and Excellence. As the site continues to develop, we'll have more and more products being offered by our different affiliates. So this will be a developing section of the site. Underneath the real estate tab, I am a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker. That is my core duty each and every day, in addition to the podcast. But here you can find the past programs of the real estate edition of the program that airs each Thursday at 9 a.m. Here underneath the real estate videos takes you over here to just the real estate videos right there, and just like the other site there that had the event listed there, you can see the video down there at the bottom. And again, fully functional and responsive on a mobile device. The real estate edition shows, this is the embedded player over here, and so these shows are not individually put up on the site yet. Now we are developing a new real estate site, which is TampaBayREO.com. That is my old real estate site that had since been taken down. But that site will be more specific to real estate and more centric around the real estate edition of the program. We'll unveil that site here very soon. It's still under development. That'll be TampaBayREO.com. Again, a more real estate centric site. We do have real estate functions here on this site here. You get a free home valuation right there underneath the real estate tab, and search for real estate here under the residential, commercial, or rentals, or lots and lands tab. And then it takes you over here to an IDX embedded page where you can search for real estate in the Tampa Bay or in the state of Florida in this portal right here. You can also have a real estate listings manager's account. You could then log in to the real estate listings manager's account through the real estate login. So this way you can search for properties, you can save searches, you can save properties. That's how you would do that underneath this real estate tab right there. So again, search for residential properties there, commercial properties right there, rentals right there, and if I scroll down just a little bit more, lots and lands right there. So all of those functions available underneath the real estate site. So again, TampaBayREO.com will be the core site for the real estate functions of my job. But then for the time being, we have that business. We have the real estate functions on thatbusinessnetwork.com. And each weekday morning at 9 a.m., new episodes come on the show. And so each day we invite you to please tune in. Let's go back to the homepage. I want to show something else over here. If you scroll down to the past shows, right here I've got my solo shows. So these are the shows that I host without a guest, and the ones that are not real estate centric. Right there, those are all the different shows that I've done without a guest and that are not real estate centric. So those are all my solo shows where I go off into a variety of topics. Up here, when you log in as a member, and more about membership will be found underneath the Join Us tab. If you come over here and go to Members and you go to Past Guest Directory, this is every guest that has ever been on the program going back to day one of the original That Business show, not just 2.0, which started on March 6th of 2017. This goes back to February 2nd, 2015. And every person that has ever been on this program is here, and you can see it's in excess, coming up on 1,100 different people, and I'm about a month behind with inputting the new guests that have been on this program. Every one of these people have been on the program, and it's an excellent resource for professionals to connect with other people in the business community. Right now it's Tampa Bay centric, but it's also beginning to expand more and more to a broader reach, as That Business Show 2.0 has a much more national reach than the original radio show in which I was on. So let's take a look at one of these show cards and guess when I click on that. So if I want to look at Rita's information, for instance, down here is basic information. Phone number, email is hidden for spam reasons, but I do have access to that. Website, job title, about them, and a link to their show on YouTube. And every guest that has ever been on here has this here. And if you are a member, you can then send a message through the site to them right there. So you're not connecting with them through their email directly, but you can message them through the system. The nice thing about this too is this is a fully searchable database with a number of different things that you can search by in the advanced search box right here. So if you are doing some consulting work with myself and you're using this database as a way to find people that I know and can help connect yourself in business, and say you're looking for CEOs of companies that own the company right there, and maybe in the About section contains the word real estate, you can then set up this parameter and then find people specifically suited to what you're doing. We also have industries right here, although that's not set up just yet. That's one of the final things that'll be done in the site, where you can search by the different industries that the guest has, that they're involved in. You click search down at the bottom, and then it queries the database, and as you can see, several people met that criteria that I searched for. And so if you clicked on their card there, for instance, David Etheridge, who is a CEO of Savvy Card, which is a site or basically a business card for the online world. It's a pretty neat little concept. Check that out at savvycard.com. But as you can see right there, he's been on the program on this date right here, and you can click on that and that'll direct you directly over to the YouTube video where you can see them on the program and learn more. So there he is right there in studio that day with Ron Klein. And this again goes back to my days when I was on radio, so not just That Business Show 2.0. So as you can see, a number of different resources in here for the members. We also will have other stuff related to webinars that it's developing, consulting work, a members forum, and also a private Facebook group. And this is again available to just members. Certain videos are open to the public, certain videos are member only. All of the audios are available for free on demand at iTunes and a number of other different podcasting portals as well. But that is this site in a nutshell, the different resources being all the different audios and videos, over 1,200, actually over 1,500 different recordings, 1,200 different guests, an extensive past guest directory, and the ability to easily find different shows here through the homepage and click on there and see a little bit about what it is that they do. And if you'd like to come onto the program, again, simply click on schedule appearance and to come on the program. So again, the site continues to develop. It's nearly completed, but we still have some more plans for this. So as the site develops, we'll update the tutorial, which is again found right here in the center of the page. So if you go to the home page, click here for video guidance on how to use and navigate this website, and its resources is found right there on the center of the page and the home page. So again, navigating That Business Network is the focus of these tutorials to help you navigate this extensive site of resources and information for the professional. So again, I'm glad you took time to watch this episode or watch the tutorial wherever it is that you are listening or watching the program. And new episodes of That Business Show 2.0 air each weekday morning on thatbusinessnetwork.com. At the end of the week, it's made available on iTunes and on YouTube. So again, thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you soon.